Okay.
I muted myself and not y'all. Wait, hold on.
All right.
All right, y'all did it for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so y'all can hear me, right? I'm still here. So what I was going to talk about this week was just using what crutches we have. And it's like your excuses that you have that may all be like good excuses that if someone would not fault you if you said these are all the reasons why I can't get fit, or these are all the reasons why I'm not doing well or succeeding, or enter all the excuses that we have. And those are the crutches that we lean on. Like, I don't have enough time, I have a super busy schedule, I have all these kids, I don't have enough money to eat healthy. Like, I know that we have plenty of members who are in this challenge that have a lot of emotional stuff that they're on their plate right now, people they're taking care of. And like, those are all valid excuses that nobody would ever fault you if you use those as reasons to not do your best. But we also have to check ourselves and know that those are crutches that we're not going to lean on. And we're going to turn those excuses into reasons why we're doing it. I have all these people to take care of, so I'm going to make sure I take care of myself. And one way of doing that is to fully enter into this challenge. And it's a challenge. Said this before, we didn't say it's the easy, And I think that as we see where we stack up on the board compared to other people, we have 37 people that are in this. And it's easy to judge yourself against somebody else, especially if you feel like you're putting so much effort into it and you're constantly at the bottom of the board. It's easy to be like, it's not good enough, or like, I'm just going to give up, or I'm going to throw in the towel. And I can tell you that because I've had those same thoughts. Like, I'm doing so much work and I'm not where I expected to be. And you kind of have like these thoughts that come in that is the weaker side of you thinking. I always say that we have a weak side of our mind and a strong side of our mind. So that weak side comes in because you expected this, like, you knew it was a challenge, but you expected it to be a little bit easier. You expected that when you start changing all these habits and putting all this effort in, that the return on your investment is going to be much larger than maybe it is. And so when you give your all and you still land at the bottom of a scoreboard compared to 37 other people, you can't let that get in your head. You have to train yourself to step into this challenge, to be a full-time savage and to get uncomfortable. So we're 4 weeks in. And so the first 4 weeks, like, we made these changes and we've gotten more disciplined and we've added in more protein and we've tracked and we got ourselves uncomfortable. But now when you start hitting week 4, you're kind of getting in a routine of that. So some comfortableness starts to come in. And when you start checking off goals, you start to get satisfied. You're like, oh my gosh, like, I put on these jeans today that I was bulging out of the top like a busted can of biscuits before. And I'm like, they fit good now. And so there's some satisfaction there. And so that is easy to kind of ease off of things, ease off the gas pedal, because satisfaction is just a hop and a skip away from complacency. So we put in the effort the first 4 weeks to make all these changes. And now that we're here at week 4, we're getting kind of comfortable with all the changes. So for me, I think that this is a time to re-up on the things that we need to get stronger on. So we're starting to get a little bit more comfortable. We need to get uncomfortable again. Like, how much more disciplined can you get in your eating? Because here, this is the end of the road. We have 4 weeks left and we only have one more week where we're going to see where we stack up on the board. Everything else is going blind. So this is the time to go all out, balls to the wall. Like, how crazy can I get? Like, can I cut out maybe something else that I'm eating? Is it a little bit indulgent that I don't necessarily need? Like, how, and I don't, when I say like go all out and how crazy I get, I don't mean like, crash dieting or anything. Like, just how more disciplined can you get? Can you get to bed earlier? Have you been like sticking to a good, healthy routine where you're reducing stress and getting to bed? Can you drink some more water? Like, I think that this is when you re-up on your commitment to this challenge and know that you did put in work for the first 4 weeks and it's gotten a little easy to establish, you've established those habits and it's gotten easy. We need to like kick it up a notch now for the next 4 weeks and get ourselves uncomfortable again, because we came here to build a stronger core and a stronger foundation so that this serves us in the future, because we didn't like who we were before. And if you've forgotten where you were when you signed up, you have to remember the pain that you had, whether it was like, I can't fit into my clothes, I'm sick of the way I look in the mirror, I hate not having enough energy, like, or if it doesn't even have to be that painful, like it was just like, I want something more. You have to remember that, and remember that you were here to build a stronger foundation, not work for 4 weeks and then kind of get complacent and like ease off of it. Like, we're still building, we're going stronger each week, stronger each week. And if you think about it, when working out in the gym with your core, when you have weak core muscles, you're literally a pushover. You're not strong. And so we need to not let our core values be weak and suffer either. There's no retreating. There's no going back to something that was more comfortable. If you've been comfortable the last 2 weeks, it's time to rip that Band-Aid off and continue to build a stronger core, build a new life for yourselves. And that's what this looks like, is continuously putting in the work. So whatever you accomplished in the past 4 weeks is great, and you should celebrate that. But accomplishments get stale, and you can't always say, oh, I accomplished this in the past. Like, you have to continuously keep accomplishing things. That's part of being a human. We thrive off of success, we thrive off of accomplishment. And you can't always say, go back to something that you did in the past. You celebrate it, you get excited about it, and then you go for the next accomplishment. It's like, when people get older and you're like reminiscing on the good old days. Well, like, you should still have more good old days. Don't just reminisce on the awesome stuff that happened in the past. So let your accomplishments get stale. We celebrate them. You're awesome for doing it. And like, what else can we do? So I'm really excited for this week. I'm excited to like reignite the fire, and what else can we do? Like, it's just really exciting for me, because at the end of another 4 weeks, we've collected 8 weeks together. And when you both know, when you've collected 8 weeks of pushing yourself in every week, not just talking about getting uncomfortable and not just saying the things, but actually backing it up. And when you're done your workout, or in the middle of your workout, when you feel like you can't go anymore, and you just force that last little rep out, and you're like, oh my gosh, I really didn't think I could do that. But you have to like constantly push more out of yourself. Oh, I really didn't think I could get that extra protein shaken. I did it. It feels so good to actually get uncomfortable. It's the accomplishment part of it is what helps us thrive. So I'm really excited for all of you. I'm going to unmute you real quick, and I want to know, maybe like, what's your focus for the here I go, I can't do it, you might have to unmute yourself. What's your focus for the next week? And maybe what's something that you can get uncomfortable with, or something that you could do to help propel yourself to one more next level?